Am Yisrael, Klal Yisrael, finds itself in one of its most difficult predicaments in the last 75 years. The war that's being fought in Eretz Israel is extremely complex and complicated. Our enemies are not fighting us from above ground, they're fighting us from below ground. They're fighting us from tunnels, from subterranean positions. So the question is, how are we going to win this war? How are we going to defeat our enemies? How are we going to succeed to completely overthrow them? So if you look in Parashat Toldot, the pasuk says when Yitzchak was praying for his wife that she should be able to conceive, the pasuk says, "Vayetar Yitzchak laHashem lenochach ishto." What does the word Vayetar mean? Vayetar means simply that he prayed. He entreated Hashem that his wife Rivka should be able to conceive. However, if you look at the Zohar Hakadosh, the Zohar Hakadosh introduces us to the following principle. Anytime you have a word with the letter ayin, you can substitute it with the letter het. And anytime you have a word with the letter het, you can substitute it with the letter ayin. The letter ayin and the letter het in Lashon HaKodesh, in the Hebrew language, are interchangeable. So the Zohar says, don't just read it, Vayetar Yitzchak laHashem, read it Vayechtar. And Yitzchak was digging, he was tunneling, he was digging a tunnel to reach Hashem. There was this harsh gezerah that Rivka couldn't conceive. So through his tefillot, he was digging a tunnel around the gezerah, under this decree. Sometimes there's an iron wall that separates a person from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. There's a very difficult, harsh decree. So Vayetar Yitzchak laHashem, he was literally, through his tefillot, through his prayers, he was digging a tunnel around this gezerah. In Divrei Hayamim Bet, Perek Lamed Gimel, the 33rd chapter, Menashe, the wicked king Menashe of Am Yisrael, who put Avodah Zarah, who put idolatry in the Bet HaMikdash, Hashem finally allowed it that he should be captured by his enemies. And as his enemies are carrying him away, the pasuk says, Vayit palel elav, Menashe prayed to Hashem. And the pasuk continues, Vayer ater lo, Hashem answered him. Hashem answered his prayers. The Yerushalmi, the Gemara Sanhedrin in the Yerushalmi explains what was happening here. Menashe was such an evil king. He was such a wicked king. Then when he was praying to Hashem, the Malachim went all around the heavens, all over the heavens, and they sealed all the access points. They sealed the windows, they sealed the doors, they sealed the gates, they hermetically sealed the entire heavens, that the tefillot, the prayers of Menashe, should not be able to reach the Kisei HaKavod. They should not be able to reach Hashem. So what did Hashem do? As evil and as wicked as Menashe was, Hashem went and he cut a hole. He dug a hole, a tunnel under his Kisei HaKavod, under his throne of glory, in order that the tefillot, the prayers of Menashe, should reach him. The Gemara explains, when it says, Vayit palel elav, Menashe was praying to Hashem, Vayer ater lo, and he answered him. Vayer ater, vayechtar. Hashem dug a tunnel. He dug a hole, he dug a tunnel. Even though the Malachim had closed all the access points to the heavens, the tefillot of Menashe couldn't reach Hashem. Hashem went and he dug a tunnel under his Kisei HaKavod, under his throne of glory, in order for the tefillot, for the prayers of Menashe to be able to reach him. This is the Lashon, this is the expression avayetar. Literally, it means to dig a tunnel. Rabotai, our enemies can dig tunnels. We can also dig tunnels. Tefillah, prayer, is literally digging a tunnel. And like the pasuk says by Menashe, and it also says it by Yitzchak, when Yitzchak was digging a tunnel, how does the pasuk continue? Vaye'ater. And Hashem was also digging a tunnel. Yitzchak was digging a tunnel through his tefillot to reach Hashem. Hashem was also digging a tunnel to meet him, to allow his tefillot to reach him. Yes, this war is very difficult. It's very harsh. It's very complicated. But our tunnels are so much more powerful. The tunnels that we create, that we dig through our tefillot, vayetar vayechtar, they're so much more potent and they're so much more powerful. And Hashem is there on the other side also digging a tunnel to allow our two tunnels to meet and our tefillot to reach him. So let's not give up hope. Let's continue with the tefillot. Let's continue with the prayers. Let's continue digging these spiritual tunnels, these tunnels of tefillot. And Bezrat Hashem, that all our tefillot should be answered. And this upcoming Chanukah, we should see Yeshuot, we should see salvation, we should see Nisim v'Niflaot, we should see miracles.